So are there any kind of tips or any advice you can share around making sure the other individual feels respected and that you're grateful for their time?
Absolutely, being very overt about it is so important, obviously, with as part of those touch points. Even if you're acknowledging from the get-go, right? I'd love to have a 15-minute chat with you if you're not currently overwhelmed. Or for me, right, I work in e-commerce and it's Black Friday and holidays right now. So if someone can acknowledge that and say, I know it's Black Friday, you're probably really busy. If you can, you know, spare 15 minutes, maybe in the new year, like I'd love to be able to chat with you. Immediately, you're already showing that you're being very thoughtful and mindful of their time. But then there's the more subtle ways to almost demonstrate that as well through maybe action, right? Take the thinking out of saying yes. Give them a time frame. I want 15 minutes, if possible, next week. And I'd be happy to send a calendar invite if you share your email with me. Immediately, right? You're showing that you're going to own your piece of it as well. And then you're going to do everything you can to make it as least onerous as possible. And then what we talked about earlier about really asking those thoughtful questions and having intention behind every single question. If you can demonstrate that you're there to be a learner, that's why someone would agree to talk to you in the first place, right? And if you can show them that, they're going to feel like you've respected their time. Don't be too afraid of that. I think people are more inclined to say yes and to be willing to help than maybe a student is expecting when they're starting off with these types of processes. So just overt ways, but also the subtle ways. Think about both of those things.
Completely agree. Even small things I find like taking notes or something, or, oh, thank you so much for sharing that. Just those overt ways for sure. Being on
Absolutely.
time, sending a thank you right after, all those overt and direct ways definitely pull together. And I empathize. I know when you're a student and you feel like you don't have as much to necessarily offer, although that's of course not true, that you can feel kind of guilty for asking for time.
Hmm.
But definitely just really owning as much of the interaction as you can of, I'll send you the link, I'll send you the calendar invite, 15 minutes, all those things kind of can make it feel a little bit more equal and everything as well. So I love that.